A case of Meghan Markle and Prince Harry win again, creating, of course, a family feud and ultimate division. As ever, let me explain. Hi, good morning. How are you? Nice to see you. And thank you so much, by the way, for your lovely comments about our recent video regarding Howard Hughes and the infamous, of course, and beautiful Jane Russell. Glad you liked that one. And it just proves, doesn't it, that really nothing, as I often say here on the show, is new. It's just about new sort of marketing, new adventures, a new way of delivering that particular product. Howard Hughes, what an incredible guy. And you know, it's like every myth, isn't it, about him becoming a recluse and all that sort of stuff. You know, I met many people over the years that knew him and said, look, he loved those stories, but the story really wasn't that. Fascinating to think, though, isn't it? This story, though, is very much of the current day, because some people might suggest, quite frankly, that Meghan and Harry have succeeded in doing, really, some might suggest, and as ever, we have to say allegedly, what they set out to do, and that was to divide and conquer the British monarchy. And it's quite frankly all over this debate. Now, as you know, what's interesting as we plough ahead with these particular stories, it's also fascinating to see exactly where certain individuals stand on certain topics. You know, most of the public right now over here in the United Kingdom are totally against the, of basically giving Prince Harry that security, particularly when we have to pay for it. It's a matter of fact, it's as simple as that. But the other bigger picture is simply this: the removal of their titles, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. As we've seen many times, Harry and Meghan love to have that particular moniker as their introduction. And really, if you recall, when Prince Harry was, publicising his book at the beginning of the year, sitting down, he openly said, well, what good would that do? Why is that a problem? Well, for him, it's something that he's had all of his life. Meghan herself was bestowed that particular honour, all thank you to our late and wonderful monarch, Queen Elizabeth II. But according to a very well-placed source, it appears that both William and Catherine, and as ever, we have to say allegedly, would be in favour of this removal. This isn't necessarily a slight, it's about the public conscious, the unconscious, that Harry and Meghan are always trumpeting, as you can imagine. You see, they realise that, of course, in this modern day society, the 21st century world that we live in, the British public feel that Harry and Meghan are absolutely no use to the British monarchy, so why should they retain their titles? There they go about their business with the moniker of being literally on the royal website and then being introduced in the royal capacity, yet giving nothing back to the United Kingdom and, more importantly, to the British public and the wider field of the Commonwealth and around the world. Now, obviously, it's created some division between William and His Majesty the King, King Charles III. He feels that by doing that, that would be sort of abject humiliation, not something he wants to throw in their direction. But it's not about what he wants, it's about what the British public want. William and Catherine understand this more than ever, being more necessarily in click with the British public, all thanks to the world of social media. As I said at the very start of this video, this is something that some people might suggest that Harry and Meghan ultimately were hoping to achieve. And what they have achieved right now is a break in unity, because the King and William are truly at odds over this. Now, a lot of people want that title removed. It's down really ultimately to His Majesty the King and the British Parliament if they favour a bill. But right now, Harry and Meghan feel their titles are very secure. All the while, they've created once again an argument between two people that were getting on so well, all thanks to this rather salacious and, some people might suggest, really strange book. And I'm being kind. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.